So I'm here with Chris Spurrier. We're just hanging out. He's tuning up a guitar. He's gonna strum a little while we sit and chit chat. Talking about knives, exactly like I told you on the vlog yesterday. We're sitting around talking about knives. I heard Bob Dylan loud and vivid in my mind.
Yeah.
There's something I'm loud now. In, out. God, give it a try. Okay. In and out. Yeah, it feels good. It feels good.
Dude, there's a dead lizard. Old King Wintertot went down on the ghost of Stephen. This is like a selfie that a really, normal person takes, but then the higher up it gets, it's like the more self-conscious the person is. What's up though, y'all? What's up though?
Yeah, this would be where I'd take a selfie from. So for those of you that don't already know, that there is Chris Spurrier.
Hi there, partner.
He's my friend from all of our lives, and he knows a guy who makes these flat earth videos. So we're gonna watch a little bit of this and giggle about it in a minute here.
There's a spider code domino.
Spider code domino. I told you we wouldn't record, we just come here and play with our pocket knives.
That's true. Here's a buck 110.
Buck 110. That's something I'll make a video about sometime.
Here's a buck Vantage Pro.
So this video, if you guys want to check it out, it's on a channel called T-Stew.
Tanner's gonna get mad at me. He's gonna cut me off.
He's serious. I can just see in his face. I can just see in his face how serious he is about this.
I want to talk about something real quick. Maybe 5, 10, maybe 15 minutes.
22
No script here, just kind of going off. Since a very young age, we've been taught and indoctrinated.
He's showing stock photos of round earth.
Heliocentric, sun-worshipping religion. Because that's what it is.
So I just want to clarify, he's saying that if you believe that the earth is round and goes around the sun,
that you're a sun worshiper.
That you're a sun worshiper, and
correct.
That's a religion.
Yeah, that's correct.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It is holding the round earth where it's at.
But I don't even believe that the sun worshippers of the olden days probably actually worshipped the sun.
They worshipped the sun god.
They respected the sun, and they realized that the sun is what gave them life. And that's true. Flat earthers do not believe in outer space at all.
What?
They do not believe there's satellites that orbit the earth at all. Okay? So, and they also, I don't know if he explains it in this video, but what they explain is that if you think the earth is if you imagine that the earth is like a plate, okay, but infinite.
A spinning plate.
Okay? That means that if you take a really good telescope and just point it this way, you can see the moon way over there.
There is no such thing as space. The sun-worshipping heliocentric model goes completely against the Word of God.
There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Oh my gosh. T-Stew, you're crazy, man. NASA, he's calling you out, NASA.
Yeah, flat earthers don't believe in NASA, they don't believe in...
So they think it's all a TV show.
So, well, my whole theory is this.
Do you have some background on this? What do they think? They think that's all a TV show?
Yeah, they think it's all fake. So they also say that there's no satellites in space, that everything is connected through wires that go under the oceans.
So, AT&T knows about this then?
Oh, yeah, all the big... Apparently, they would have to, right?
Yeah. So all the big companies know about this.
Yeah. No.
This is a 25-minute video. We're not going to watch the whole 25 minutes.
No, we're not. You'll get sick of it in 2.
I'm
just continue though.
Sun worshiper, the burden of proof is on you. They're batshit crazy. CD makes an individual, makes them have scatterbrain, makes them jump all over the place.
This guy's definitely saying that everyone that believes the earth is round is suffering from cognitive dissonance, when realistically, it's him. It's definitely... My buddy Chris here, Chris Spurrier, knows this guy well.
Used to, yeah.
Where did he like to go for lunch?
I mean, we would eat salads together a lot.
Eat salads together? Tanner1776 on Instagram, it says right here in his YouTube video. Obviously the earth is round. I'm having a hard time believing that he actually believes it's flat.
See, that's the thing, is that I did that too. I denied it, but right now it's a big deal for some reason. It's coming back. It's like there are a lot of people that believe it.
People are just scared of gravity.
I mean, aren't we all?
Wait, is it constantly moving up, the disc?
The burden of proof is on you, sun worshiper. That tells
the burden of poop is on you, sun worshiper.
Get that shit out of here. You people are absolutely insane if you think that we came from apes.
You know what I always explain to anybody that's against evolution? No one that understands evolution in a very minimal sense, believes that humans came from apes, first off. That's not a thing. And you can go to any museum and see ancient skulls, however.
We could be like the cousins of apes that were smarter.
It's not a... But birds used to have front legs in the front. They had arms. Birds had arms at one point. They don't anymore.
This is a wolf evolved to be small because we threw out all the big ones to make the species small.
Yeah, that's right.
To make this breed small. This is evolution.
This is evolution. From this to this.
Yeah.
That's evolution.
Evolution of connives.
Ground towers are built all over the world and are more than adequate to relay our television, radio, and cell phone service.
Wait a minute. He's now saying that we don't have satellites, we only have ground towers.
In the 80s and 90s, your father was one of the only people that I knew that had one of those giant satellites in the backyard to get all of the channels.
Oh, yeah.
So are we saying that the beams that came to that projected it to your TV came from wires?
They didn't come from wires. I remember getting the satellite. Some guys came out one day and put in a metal pole in the ground with concrete, and then the next day, some other people brought out the satellite dish. There are satellite dishes that aren't wired to anything. They could put cable TV. They could put TV on the TV
Because of communication with other satellites.
Yeah,
That are
yeah.
in space.
I definitely had a big satellite dish for TV in my backyard that wasn't wired to anything, and I had all the channels. All the channels.
All the channels.
All right, enough of this flat
I
Earth
wanna
thing.
try that.
Enough of this flat Earth thing. Chris Spurrier is going to try out cheap VR.
Oh, wow, man.
What are you actually on? A roller coaster?
Yeah, and there's an advertisement for Gillette razors right there. It's gone now. Oh, dude, that is so gnarly. Here goes. I would lay in bed and watch this garbage all day long if I had one of these. Oh my god, I can
I don't
start to
actually
feel
know.
it in my body. Like it feels, you know what I mean? Dude, you should watch this video.
Oh my gosh.
Look behind you. There's people in the back of it.
Sorry. Oh, I don't like it. It just a little, just the tiniest bit triggers my heights fear. This lady next to me.
It's your girlfriend.
Who are these girls? Dude, I could swear my center has changed.
It feels like it, right?
Is this my desk still? So I was just scouring the internet for what's funny, and I'm not sure if it's funny or not, but Fisher-Price has released a high-tech exercise bike for toddlers. I'm not sure how I feel about this. My thoughts are, these kids should be outside riding a big wheel, like we all did when we were kids. Or riding a big wheel around the house. That was just as fun as riding it outside. If you want to learn to pedal, get a tricycle or a big wheel. Not an exercise bike to put in front of the TV. It has an app that comes with some stuff where they can pedal and have some fun. I get how that could be fun, but for the most part, I think this is crazy. Get outside, kids. Get outside. Here's somebody suing Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola says it's our fault if we drink too much Coca-Cola and get fat. I think that's ridiculous. It's my fault for drinking too much Coke or for not buying Coke Zero. It's not Coca-Cola's fault for making the product. That's just crazy. I will say, like, when my grandmother would drink a Coke, they would come in a bottle that was smaller than the bottles today. So nowadays you get a 16-ounce can or a 1-liter Coke, and that's the normal size. I just Googled it. My grandmother would get an 8-ounce Coke bottle and split it between the two of us. So we would drink 4 ounces each when I was a kid. And that seemed right. And then we started getting cans. I was getting older and I would want to drink the whole can myself. So I'm not going to say it's good for you. It's obviously not. But it's not Coca-Cola's fault that we like it. Not Coca-Cola's fault if you drink too much. Truthfully, if I want to be unhealthy, it's completely up to me. Chris Spurrier was here today. He told me about this dude that's 80 years old that lives in Iran, that hasn't bathed in like 60 years, that smokes animal poop out of a homemade pipe. What in the world? So we look it up and it's real. The guy also likes to smoke 5 cigarettes at once sometimes. I asked Chris Spurrier, what's the one question you would ask this guy? Because I already knew what one question I would ask the guy. I know the one thing I would ask this guy. The one thing I would ask this guy is, hey man, I'm considering starting to smoke animal poop out of homemade pipes, and I was wondering what type of animal poop is the best poop to smoke? What in the world, dudes? What in the world? What in the world is that guy thinking? I read a little bit about it. He believes that being too clean makes you get sick. He feels like he's gaining immunity by being dirty and weird and gross. No offense, guy. If you want to do some research on this yourself, just Google poop smoking guy. That's real. So I'm cooking a Stouffer's French bread pizza, like the ones I used to eat when I was a kid. I've had one recently and I didn't like it as much as I used to like it, but it's still pretty good. It's no healthy dinner, it's more of a junk dinner, but it's time for me to eat. So I got interrupted there. I was telling you about the oven pizza I was gonna have and how it was something I had when I was a kid. It turned out to be really good. I added extra cheese and I cooked it on foil, so some of the cheese fell on the foil and got crunchy, and I sprinkled that on top. Yeah, it was really good. So I had a fun day hanging out with Chris Spurrier, and now it's pretty late, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm Bird Snake. Thanks for watching.